We all have a childhood memory of eating a delicious grilled cheese. It's simple and elegant, but what if we made it even better? Today we're making a grilled cheese sandwich. I'm gonna show you how to make a simple version with minimal work, and then I'll show you how to make an upgraded version that has candied bacon with a butter Parmesan cheese crust, and it does not require that much more work. But first, who am I? My name's Xander Mason. I'm a self-taught home cook, and I wanna inspire you to try out my recipes. And I gotta say, this recipe is worth making. Now, without further delay, let's get to cooking. So first things first, let's get to work on our simple version of a grilled cheese. The bread we're gonna use is just regular white bread. Nothing fancy or artisan, just the regular white bread you get at any grocery store. For our cheeses, we're going to use a mixture of mild cheddar, Muenster cheese or monster cheese, I can never properly pronounce that, and some Gruyere cheese, which to prepare, I'll just take some slices out of it with a peeler, and that's it. To get this grilled cheese going, I'll first spread some softened butter on one piece of our bread. I'll then take out my pan, setting it to low heat, and then place that bread butter side down onto it. I'll lay down one slice of Muenster cheese, followed by a few slices of our Gruyere cheese, and one slice of our mild cheddar cheese. I'll place another piece of bread on top, and after toasting for 3 to 5 minutes at low heat, I'll spread some butter on that top piece of bread as well. With a spatula, I'll carefully flip over my sandwich, toasting the other side now. And as you can see, it's nicely toasted, and prepare yourself for a crispiness sound check. I'm gonna toast this side on low heat for around 3 minutes, being careful not to burn it, and then I'll flip it and we're done. You now have a simple yet beautiful grilled cheese with a really nice crust to it. I'll slice it diagonally and pull those two pieces apart to view a pretty decent cheese pool. Now for such a simple sandwich, let's see how it tastes. Okay, a classic grilled cheese sandwich, no fuss, no mess, super simple to make. And it's looking pretty cheesy if you ask me. Phenomenal. Oh, so good. Holy cow. Instant satisfaction the second you bite into it. I have no problems with this. This tastes phenomenal, but it can taste better. Now we're moving on to our upgraded grilled cheese, which will actually have the same cheeses as before, but it'll include candied bacon, a garlic Parmesan butter crust, and a sauce that's so good, it's now a must component for every grilled cheese I make. But first, if you're liking this video, I would greatly appreciate if you guys could hit the like and subscribe button. It helps out way more than you guys realize, so if you want more videos like this, please hit that like and subscribe. Would greatly appreciate your support. Now let's first get to work on our candied bacon. You're gonna wanna grab some thick cut bacon and then lay them down on a sheet pan with a wire rack. The wire rack isn't required, but it does help with getting super straight bacon. Now on each piece of bacon, you'll drizzle a little bit of maple syrup on it. You just wanna get a light coating on them. I'm using a brush, but you could just also easily use your fingers and it works just as fine. From there, we're gonna crack a little bit of fresh black pepper on top of them, and then we're gonna sprinkle some light brown sugar as well. You don't have to cover every little inch with brown sugar. It'll melt in the oven and then spread out evenly on the bacon. And I'm also gonna do the same exact thing on the other side of the bacon as well. And I actually followed these same steps with slices of jalapeno as well, except I excluded the black pepper. Now I'm gonna throw both of these suckers in an oven that's been preheated to 425 degrees convection bake. It'll take around 20 to 25 minutes, but do be careful because the sugar can brown and burn very easily. While we wait, we'll quickly work on our garlic Parmesan compound butter. In a small bowl, you'll throw in 1 stick's worth of softened unsalted butter, followed by 8 grams of chopped Italian parsley, 8 grams of crushed garlic, 40 grams of freshly grated Parmesan cheese, a few cranks of black pepper, and a little bit of salt. Parmesan cheese cheese is pretty salty by itself, so go easy on the salt. With a spoon, I'll mix everything together and you're done. This is a million times better than any regular butter, and the Parmesan will brown, forming a delicious cheesy crust on our bread. Now 20 minutes have passed, so I'll pull both our candied bacon and our jalapeno out of the oven. But do yourself a favor and don't accidentally pour hot grease on your hand when you're trying to angle a tray to the camera. I got burned. Thankfully, these gloves are very good, or I would have a 3rd-degree burn on my hand. But back to the bacon, because I want to point out that this is my favorite way to cook bacon. It adds a little bit of sweetness to it and just elevates it to the next level, and it's going to pair beautifully with our grilled cheese later. Now, you can see some of my bacon did burn slightly, so please be careful and move the tray around in your oven depending if you have hot spots or not. As for the candied jalapeno, they also turned out amazingly well, but I will say, if you're not used to spice, they might be a little too much for you. I love a little bit of spice, but for some reason, I was really struggling here. You can also use non-spicy poblano peppers or just not use these at all. But now it's time to make our upgraded grilled cheese. Instead of using white bread, we will be using some sourdough. It has much more flavor and a lot more texture to it than its super soft white bread counterpart. Plus, it just smells so good. Ugh. I'll take our garlic Parmesan compound butter and spread it edge to edge, getting full coverage on our bread. I'll then throw it onto a pan that's set to low to medium low heat, letting the butter melt and absorb into our bread. While that's happening, I'll start layering down our cheese, which is 1.5 slices of Muenster cheese, 1.5 slices worth of Gruyere cheese, and 1.5 slices of mild cheddar cheese. I'll then lay down 2 pieces of our candied bacon, as well as a few pieces of our candied jalapeno. And for our secret ingredient, I'm going to be drizzling in a little bit of hot honey. Hot honey tastes phenomenal with grilled cheese, and if you don't have this or you don't like spice, you can just use regular honey, or if you're feeling fancy, you could use truffle honey. But that one's not on my budget right now, so we're just gonna use hot honey. I'm also gonna drizzle a little bit of hot honey on the bread as well and continue to cook it on low heat for 3 to 5 minutes until a nice crust develops. After which, I'll spread more butter on the top bun of our bread, and then I'll give it a glorious flip. Look at that beaut. The butter and Parmesan melted beautifully, forming a nice crust. And yes, here is your sound check. After another 3 to 5 minutes, I'll move it onto a plate, and you now have a beautiful grilled cheese sandwich with garlic Parmesan bread, as well as candied bacon, jalapenos, and a drizzle of hot honey. And prepare yourself to see this absolutely insane cheese pool that just kept on stretching and stretching. The only limit was my arm span because it wanted to keep going. Now, if this is not an absolutely amazing grilled cheese, I don't know what it is, but it's time to taste it and find out. And now we have what is probably most likely the ultimate grilled cheese sandwich. Wow, that looks absolutely divine, dude. Holy cow. Oh my Lord, this has transcended above anything I've ever had. This is the best grilled cheese known to mankind. Oh wow, that's so good. That's phenomenal. And look, both versions of this grilled cheese taste amazing. The simpler version and this one. This one, hands down, tastes way better. But you don't have to go all full out if you don't want to. If you just want to make the compound butter, make the compound butter. If you want to make the bacon and not the jalapenos, make the bacon and the jalapenos. It could be as simple or as complex as you want it to be. And at the end of the day, a grilled cheese will always be delicious. But if you want to make this version at home, I'd say you absolutely have to do it because this is phenomenal. And there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please drop a like and let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you want to see last week's video where we made a chicken katsu, the link is right here. Thank you guys again and have a wonderful rest of your day.